Hi, welcome to Canvas. Let's take a look at how we can make our Canvas courses more accessible to all learners. Just like you would make your classroom accessible for a wheelchair or someone using crutches, we also need to think about how we make our online content accessible to learners who use things like screen readers or need other assistance to be able to view and interact with your course online. Let's take a look at a page. When we edit a page, we have some accessibility options built right into Canvas. The big ones are the text styles. So a text header in a Canvas page is easily set by pulling down the text style drop-down list and selecting a header style from the options. By default, the title of a page is indicated as a header 1 to a screen reader. So a title within your page would be a header 2. And then you might be able to use header 3 and header 4 for other content in your page. What you wouldn't want to do is skip from a header 2 to a header 4, or else a screen reader might not understand the way that the text flows on the screen. Now, this is also great for all learners because breaking large blocks of text into smaller paragraphs and content blocks makes it easier for us to skim scan through a page of content and find what we need. The other thing to think about when you're doing accessibility in Canvas is with the graphics that you put on a page. Embedding content onto a page is a great way for us to make a visually appealing page or to add content quickly. However, if I'm using a screen reader and there's a lot of content on that image, it might not pick up what that is. Let's talk about first a decorative image that you can tell a screen reader to ignore. This might be only a banner image with no content, but it just makes it look pretty or is there for design. I'm going to add an image through the image edit toolbar. I have already uploaded this one to my Canvas course. And then I'll come down here to the option for alt text. Now, because this is a decorative welcome banner only, I can indicate that by clicking decorative image here. If I did want a screen reader to indicate this, I would make sure that it's a clear indication of what is on this image. So I might call this a welcome banner with a race car theme. And then I can click update. One of the things that's nice by including that it has a race car theme, now I'm including that learner in the theme of my course. If I just said it was a welcome banner, that doesn't give as much content as what I might like to have my learners experience. I'm putting a theme in here, so I'm going to add that there. You also might want to think about how you create links within your course. Links in screen readers are often a little cumbersome. Instead of just pasting a long, crazy link from a website you might want your users to experience, that's going to make a screen reader say every single one of those characters out loud to your learners. That's not good for any learner. I also see many people just use a click here style link when they're indicating what they want their users to click on. That doesn't give a lot of context as to where we're going, and that could get confusing if they don't know what they're supposed to do when they get there to the here link. So best practice is to spell out what this is. The article we are reading today is about race cars in America. And then I can highlight the article's name and link to that. Now, easily, there is a more context as to what that link is. And then I want to also draw your attention to how the color on the page is indicating what is going on. As soon as I made a link in Canvas, it defaulted to a blue color with an underline. The blue color is indicative in all websites as something that is clickable. I would recommend you never use blue as a decorative color because then it's confusing if you can't click on that blue text. Thinking also about color, high contrast is the best way to go for accessibility. Red-blue combinations, light yellow on green, those types of things get really hard to read for those with color blindness or other kind of visual impairments, and they're just not as easy to read on the different resolutions your users might have on their tablets, on their Chromebooks or laptops or phones. So stay with high contrast colors like black and white. The last thing to notice is that often when we are designing pages, we tend to go for things that we think look good, that we personally enjoy, but that is not always what's the best for our users and our learners. Often I've seen people arrange text or images on a page using an inserted table with Canvas. I will warn you that a screen reader does not understand that a table is being used as a decoration or style border. It wants to read it as tabular data. It thinks there are columns and rows of data that a table would hold, not an organizational scheme. So please make sure that you're only using tables for actual tabular data and not for a decoration. The last thing that we can do is to give Canvas a chance to look through all of our links and our styles and give us suggestions for how we can make this content more accessible. Canvas has a built-in check accessibility link at the top of our toolbar. It's going to tell me that I have some issues with my content right now. It says that tables should contain a caption describing the contents of the table. If this was, say, a calendar table or population table of different cities, this held content, I would want to describe that. The other thing is that my table should include at least one header. So it's giving me some suggestions of how I can make this tabular data more accessible for my learners. So now if I get out of the accessibility checker and I delete my table, I'll check again and it says that no accessibility issues were detected. Although I would recommend that these long links here be deleted and we always look for links that have more context. Thanks for helping make your pages as accessible to all learners as possible. Have fun in Canvas.